Hello everyone, it's Leslie Hassler with Your Biz Rules Business Coaching. Evidently, I feel like singing a little bit today. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. It is Tuesday in my world. It's bright and shiny out. No more eclipse today. We are back to normal as normal can be. And this week on Coaching from the Carpool, we've been talking about all the plans that business owners put together in their business. And a lot of this is coming up to me, and I wanted to share it with you because I'm writing a book. I don't even know the title of the book. I just finished chapter 4, and let's see, Facebook is telling me to do something here. I'm swiping left, but I don't know which way. Oh, right. Anyways. So I'm writing a book. I don't have a title for it. I just finished chapter 4 and uploaded it to my book Midwife for editing. And this last chapter was like birthing a 10-pound baby. I mean, it really was a meaty chapter, but it's pretty cool. And the plans that I'm talking about this week are really things that I have noticed with business owners, because I talk to a lot of business owners, and it's the plans that I see them put into place to ensure growth. And so as I'm writing, I'm like, oh, that's the Prince Charming plan. That's what we talked about yesterday, right? The waiting for somebody to swoop in and pick you up your feet, your knight in shining armor on the white horse that saves whatever's going wrong in the business. And I was thinking about this today. Just because there's something going wrong in the business doesn't necessarily mean the business is failing. Business is a tricky little thing because there's so many ways that you can do business. There's so many ways that you can execute, that you can sell, that you can market, that you can do all sorts of things. And then there's you when it comes into it. So it's really a little bit more about problem solving. I had my meetup this morning, and we do coffee and crazy talk once a month. And I was speaking with another business owner, and we were talking about being very methodic in business and how it feels like sometimes business owners aren't methodic. And because my challenge to that group when we were sitting here, and I told them what I was talking about with you this week on Coaching with the Carpool, is I want to hear what your plan is. Like, how are you hitting it out of the park this fourth quarter? If you're just going to struggle to get across the finish line, I would hope that that's not the case, but sometimes it is. You know, what plans are you putting in place to actually drive true growth in your business? And so it was interesting to hear everyone's input and what they were doing, and whether they were methodic about it or if they were open and feely about it. And that's all those things are okay, as long as there's a tactical plan. Today's plan that I want to talk to you about is why, if you're still looking for somebody to save your business or save you in your business, one of these plans that it's funny to me how many times I hear these words come out of somebody's mouth when I ask, well, what are you going to do about that? Because I'm always interested, right? I mean, part of it is I do what I do. I coach businesses on how to get growth and make it methodic and assured, and something you can count on, not something you're surprised by. And so I always do like to hear what people are doing. If you're doing something fabulous, put it in the comments down below. Let me know what you're doing to grow your business, like real stuff that you're doing, because there's so much to do. And sometimes I hear brilliant plans and brilliant ideas, and I kind of consider myself to be a repository for those. I've been tracking, I have 169 ways that I've tracked so far just to be able to grow your business. So I love adding to those things. So if you've got something that you're doing, share it down below, and let's celebrate that, but also help you declare it so that it actually becomes real. But back to the plan that a lot of business owners implement in their business. If they're not looking for Prince Charming, okay, that's not everyone, but if they're not looking for Prince Charming, what are they looking for? And oftentimes, we call this a hope and a prayer, right? It's the hope and prayer plan. And this came up for me again in Colorado when I was at a business conference with some other coaches, and we were just talking about all sorts of aspects of our businesses. And the hope and prayer plan came up because somebody's like, well, how do you deal with the hope and prayer plan? And I was like, that's a great way to put it. And what does that look like in a business? Now, I'll first start off, people ask me all the time, how did you get into this business? I've been an entrepreneur for 10 years. This is my second business. My first business was interior design and construction. And it might seem like a big switch to go from interior design construction to business coaching. Well, honest truth, it's very God-led. I was having a long, hard, many-year-long conversation with God, and I was asking Him, I was asking me, if it's not this, then what? I'm not entirely happy here, but I don't know what to go to. And this is where I was led. So know that I feel like God has a place in my business. So having that in mind, a hope and a prayer plan is not what I would say fully relying on God. It really is that you hope this is going to work. You hope that you get a new client soon. You hope that this project that you just brought on is going to be everything it is. You hope that the phone's going to ring. You hope by going to this networking meeting that something will pop up. You hope that you're able to launch by November. You hope that you can finally be able to pay yourself this year. Okay, you can see all those hopes. Now, hopes are really good things to have, guys. You've got to have passion for your business. You've got to have dreams. You've got to have faith. Heavens knows you have to have a lot of faith in business. But it's when we rely on hope solely, as if it is enough to make magic happen, we're shortchanging. And we're also, if you will, abdicating the role that you and I each have in our businesses. All right. So when you're hoping and praying for things to happen, then chances are you're not doing the things in your business to actually create that change. Albert Einstein said insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Is that what you're doing? When you're on the hope and prayer plan and you're not putting action to this, you're not putting boots to the ground, getting out from behind your computer, doing more than you think you should have to do, and even doing the things that you don't want to do, then you're relying on that hope and prayer. This morning, I told you I had my meetup, the Six Figure Success Club here in Dallas, and we did coffee and crazy talk, which I always love. Great conversations. And because I have the ear trained to be a journalist, I'm listening into other conversations too, and I'm hearing the connections that are being made in the room. I'm hearing the conversations of, oh, we could do business together, or, oh, I have somebody you need to meet, or, oh, I can help with that. These honest conversations that are happening. And I think about how many conversations I have with people that say, well, I'm an introvert. And this introversion is the reason why they find it hard to do other things. I'm an introvert. This is the face of an introvert. If you're in my personal life, I go quiet. Like I hermit. I don't return phone calls, even if I'm doing videos like this, right? That's me being an introvert and trying to balance my energy. However, there's skills that you can put into play and get past the introversion so that you're doing what it is that you need to do. So I think the introvert was just a little bit of a tangent because it was popped up in conversation today. But it's just one of those examples of how we're hoping that who we are or allowing ourselves to play smaller in some ways and hoping and praying that things will happen in our business is really not a plan. It really isn't. Like I said, have all the hope in the world, pray every day. I'm always seems to be praying. I'll get off this in a minute and, I'll put something up to prayer, and I do those things, right? So you do keep your spiritualness healthy for you in whatever way, shape, or form that might be. But don't just rely on it if you're not going to actually put some meat to the bones and boots to the ground and really think about how you can create whatever it is that you're looking to create. My mastermind group last month worked on their marketing plans. I was just looking at one of my mastermindees marketing plan, and this is, you know, so much in marketing is hope and prayer. Well, I hope this ad works. I hope this networking works. I hope speaking works, you know, whatever those things are. But there's not like true intention put behind a marketing or a marketing strategy if there is even a marketing plan. We'll just go there. 9 times out of 10, there's no marketing plan. But one thing that I make my clients do with me, and I definitely walk you through how to do this, because if you've never done it before, it blows your mind, is actually giving intention and responsibility to our marketing plans. You know, I had one of my mastermind people that only needed 25 leads in the next 6 months. Sounds really easy. You could get that just through networking, right? I have another one that needs 712. That's a lot, right, for most small businesses. The strategies that they need to be implementing are completely different. While networking might feed my 712 lead needing business's soul, and that's great, do those things, it's not going to drive the volume, right? If you knew that you needed that kind of volume, right, because you're paying attention to what's going on in your business and you're looking at the numbers, even if you're not a math person, then you start to be able to make different decisions. So she can look for more leveraged opportunities. I saw on her Facebook plan, her marketing plan, that she had Facebook ads. I was like, you know what? You're in a good position for that. It makes sense to be doing that from a business perspective, knowing what I know about your business. Now, my business that only needed 25 leads that said Facebook ads, I probably would have gone, I don't know about that. I think you could probably get your leads in a more cost-effective way. Not that it's not cost-effective or not that it doesn't work. It's just a different kind of leverage, right? And you want to be using the right strategies in your business for the right reasons to get the right results. But you can't know that if you're guessing. You can't know that if you're hoping and praying. Certainly can't know that if you're looking for Prince Charming. So, that's really what we're at today, guys, is have hope, have prayer, but don't operate on the hope and prayer plan as a way to get change and growth in your small business. So I hope that's helpful. Again, I'm mentioning it every day today, every day this week on our Facebook Lives. If you'd like to be in the kind of behind the scenes launch community for my book and get to read some of these chapters before they hit the stands and have some feedback and have fun, really, because we'll have fun, celebrate it with me, then just type in My Biz Rules into the comments down below, and I'll put you in with the community that we're building. So we've got a good 10 or 15 people, I think, that are already on board. So I'd love to see almost 20 or 30. That would be a lot of fun, and have a lot of good ways that we can do that. So if you're interested in that, My Biz Rules, hashtag My Biz Rules down below, and I will put you in, talk to you, and let you know what that all means and all that nice fun stuff. So that's it today, guys. I hope you're having a beautiful afternoon, and be here tomorrow, 2:30-ish. I'm an ish kind of gal some days. And we'll be talking about another plan that people operate their business by, and it might surprise you too. So that's it for today, guys. This has been Leslie Hassler with Your Biz Rules Business Coaching, and we're coaching from the carpool. Have a great afternoon.